So in this video, we're going to be looking at solving quadratic equations using the quadratic formula. Our learning objective here is to be able to solve quadratic equations using a variety of strategies. And so far, these strategies have included grouping, completing the square, and choosing two integers with the required product and sum. Now what I'm going to do is introduce the quadratic formula into the mix or into your arsenal of skills that you could use to help you solve more complicated quadratic equations. So what I'm going to do before we go into applying the quadratic formula is show you how the quadratic formula came to be. So we're going to do this by actually looking at the general equation for a quadratic, which in this case is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. This is going to help us discover how the quadratic formula came to be. So what I'm going to start by doing is actually rewriting the general equation and making it equal to 0. So doing this now is going to help us to factorize subsequent equation and then solve them as two linear factors. So let's start by actually dividing a from both sides. Now doing this leaves us with x squared plus bx divided by a plus c divided by a, and that's equal to 0. So now what we're going to do is actually complete the square to help us factorize. Now the reason I'm using completing the square is looking at this particular monic quadratic right now, which is x squared plus bx divided by a plus c divided by a. It's a little bit too difficult to factorize it using one of our other methods. So completing the square here is just going to be a lot faster for us and a lot more efficient to then go on and solve our linear factors. Now I've left some blanks here because we've got a few things that we need to do. So when we are completing the square to help us factorize, we do need to do the following. So we need to take the coefficient of the x term and divide that by 2. So we would do b divided by 2 and then we would square that answer. Now in this instance, b is actually equal to b divided by a. So that means for us, we need to do the following. So b divided by a divided by 2 will equal to b over 2a. Squaring that now, we get b squared divided by 4a squared. So now filling in the original equation, so I'm going to have b squared divided by 4a squared, and I'm going to minus that by b squared divided by 4a squared. I'm going to still let that equal to 0. So now with step 3, we are actually going to factorize the first 3 terms as a perfect square. So factorizing the first 3 terms, I'm left with x plus b divided by 2a all squared minus b squared over 4a squared plus c divided by a equals 0. So now the fourth step, I'm going to add the last 2 terms together. And now step 5, I'm going to write them as a difference of 2 squares. So I'm going to rewrite the equation in step 4 as a difference of 2 squares. We're going to factorize using the dots rule. So I'm going to rewrite this now as two linear factors, one being x plus b divided by 2a plus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a, and the other as x plus b divided by 2a minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now I've run out of space here, but I'm just going to write here equal to 0. Remember, we are still trying to solve them as linear factors, or we are trying to solve for x, sorry. And now step 7, I'm going to solve the two linear factors. So my two linear factors are what you can see above in step 6. So first one I'm going to solve is x plus b divided by 2a plus the square root of b squared minus 4ac. That's also divided by 2a, and I'm going to let that equal 0. Now solving the other linear factor, we're actually going to arrive at the answer. X is equal to minus b plus b squared minus 4ac. So the square root of that divided by 2a. So that's solving the other linear factor. I'm just going to write that here. You are welcome to go through and solve the other linear factor to check what answer you get as well. So what you can see here is that we can actually summarize this, the two solutions in the following way. So we can say x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. So what you can see here is that a is the coefficient of the x squared term, b is the coefficient of the x term, and c is the constant. So the quadratic formula can actually be used to help us solve any quadratic equation. And if the value of the square root sign is negative, so that's the value inside the root sign, there is no solutions to the particular equation. So with this particular question, we've been asked to use the quadratic formula to help us solve the following equation. We're also told to leave our answer in exact form. So the question here is 3x squared plus 4x plus 1 equals 0. So obviously we're trying to solve for x. Now before we go in and use the quadratic formula, I just want to use a different method. So what we're going to do is actually factorize first and then go in and solve. So what we can do here is actually check to see whether our answer is correct. Now, using the quadratic formula is just another tool that you have to be able to help you solve particularly complex quadratic equations. So in this case, we can see off the bat that it is a non-monic quadratic, which means it's always going to be a little bit harder for us to factorize. Not impossible, just a little bit more tricky. So in factorizing this particular quadratic equation, I'm going to multiply the coefficient of the x squared term and the constant together, which will give me 3. And then I'm going to find factors of 3 that add to give me 4. So I'm going to rewrite this as 3x squared plus 3x plus x plus 1 equals 0. So now factorizing by grouping, I'm going to group these two together and those two. So factorizing 3x squared plus 3x, I'm going to have a highest common factor of 3x, leaving me with x plus 1. Now grouping x plus 1 together, taking out a common factor of 1, I'm going to be left with x plus 1 equals 0. So now factorizing this, I've got equals 0. So now solving this using null factor law, 3x plus 1, so solving my two linear factors. And then x plus 1 equals 0, leaving me with x is equal to -1 or -1 on 3. So now let's have a go at solving this particular quadratic equation using the quadratic formula. So what we know is that we should be able to, or we should be getting the exact same answers as what I just got. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to write out the quadratic formula, which is minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, and then divide that by 2a. So that's essentially how I'm going to find my x values. So writing out what each of these are. So a in this instance is 3, b is 4, and c is 1. So this is just going to make it easy for me to substitute everything in to the quadratic formula. Now remember that with the quadratic formula, it is plus or minus, so we should have two different equations. But what I'm going to do is do the majority of the working out with the plus or minus to keep it simple, and then I'm going to split it once I can simplify, or once I have simplified my equation as much as possible. Now what you can see here is that we actually arrived at exactly the same answer as we did in the step above using two different methods. So hopefully now you feel a little bit more comfortable using the quadratic formula. It is one that does take a little bit of practice to get the hang of, but once you can remember the quadratic formula equation, applying it to help you to solve quadratic equations, especially ones that are a little bit more complex, it just makes your life so much easier.